We told you about the Breaking Bridge, that documentary that's coming to you from Asylum down here in Accra. Take a quick look at this and let's have a conversation thereafter.
She used to be slender, elegant, and graceful, but maybe not anymore. The Asylum Down Bridge sits at the epicenter of the beautiful city of Accra, with the Ring Road Central and some traders as her closest neighbors within the Asylum Down North Ridge electoral area in the Greater Accra region. The bridge serves thousands of regular and new users, mainly respectable citizens of Ghana and the working class, drawn largely from among the lively, low and bubbly. But despite her central importance, she has been left to break apart silently, piece by piece, and her total collapse may come sooner than expected, perhaps with a lifelong traumatizing and devastating effect. At 53, she continues to serve regardless of the wear and tear. Conspicuously, the Asylum Down Bridge appears stressed and broken-hearted, and her users share in her sentiments as well. The storm drain over which she stands cannot support its own seams. Rather, filth and silt have taken center stage, singing their own chorus with the flamingos in the disheartening affairs of the Asylum Down gutter. A typical case of a troubled bridge over dirty waters. Things have fallen apart and the center can no longer hold. But mustn't she be congratulated and immediately replaced for all these years of hard labor and disrepair? A neighboring bridge has broken down and its remnants continue to lie in the gutter for as long as the authorities permit. The Community Connect team was told that the 1995 floods weakened it and the June 3, 2015 disaster was the last straw that broke the camel's back. Is this another subject for our maintenance and safety culture? The traders on the sidelines, the collapsing Asylum Down Bridge, have their own fears too, but they don't want to be heard on tape. Have they become used to the danger? Are they fed up with the long winding maze of bureaucracy? Or have they complained so many times already that repeating themselves can make them sound like a broken record? The 50 years plus bridge has extensive cracks that efficiently exposes the iron rods meant to be concealed in the concrete. One can feel it tremble while treading on it. Even the ramp, designed and reserved for persons with disability, is not spared. Half of the cement screeding is gone. Where? No one knows. It is obvious that the Asylum Down footbridge needs urgent attention. But do the authorities realize this too? Here is Mr. Ebo Mensah. He is the assembly member for the Asylum Down North Ridge electoral area.
I've seen that people are not happy.
I'm not so happy because day in and day out, when the crowds get formed, you get scared because definitely when it rains, your attention will be drawn.
Look at that tree, for example.
Yeah.
I remember that the other time some people raised concerns that it could fall off and fall on the electric wire and cause mayhem.
Yes, it's true. Even you shouldn't think of this pole. There's 11,000 kV, 11,000 volts cable under the tree. So definitely when it falls, definitely it can cause havoc.
What are we doing about it? This has been here for some time.
I've reported this thing to ECG. They are aware. They are coming to work on it. As far as I'm concerned, I've reported this thing many times to the assembly, the city authorities. And you see, as I said, the assembly can do its part, but the rest lies on the government. It is a policy that the government had to come in.
Are you helpless in this situation?
I'm not helpless. I'm not helpless when it comes to this. I'm not helpless. We are doing our best to save the situation. But where it got into, I think the bigger people had to come in to survey the issue. Sometimes the bureaucracy are not necessary. It's unnecessary. Sometimes we need a knee-jerk reaction. There are some things we had to take serious approach to it before these bureaucracies. We can pull it down and sublet it to a contractor for him to do. Once the contractor is doing, we may sit around the table and find out this is the proper sole sourcing we are talking about. This should be the sole sourcing. If I have my way, I will declare this area a state of emergency. As you can see, just check under the bridge. You could see that the pallets are almost gone. So the next rain, that should tell you, my concern is it may rain in the afternoon once people are crossing. Who knows what will happen? It can just capsize inside and it will affect lives. So I feel we can block this. They call the place as danger area. But when you call it,
when are you going to do that?
When you call it, where are the people going to pass through?
Between life and where the people are going to pass, which do you choose?
That is why we are going to take decision on it. You could see the markings. We just took this marking last 2 weeks. I know for sure that contractors they are discussing on it.
Coordinate or first?
That is to me, this place to be corded off.
So take the decision. You have it. Take it.
I can't take it uniquely. We should sit at the committee to come out with the reason why I feel. Definitely we are going to meet either after Easter, Tuesday. Okay. Environmental subcommittee will be meeting together with disaster, which I'm both chairman to that committees. So we are going to take urgent decision to make sure that the place is going to be covered out and make sure that nobody walks over the bridge. Because I'm afraid if it rains this night, hey, we don't know what will happen tomorrow. The filth that you see come from Nima, Mamobi, Alajo, and environs. They just throw them in the gutter. Just pass through Deonston School up to Mamobi. Go and see heaps, fridges, containers. They are refuge from their homes. They pile out at the messes of the gutter, thinking the crowds will form. They will just throw it in. One day I took this upon myself and my team. We went there. We were nearly lynched. Because who asked us to come to that far to control them? Don't they have the assembly members?
Ivy is a resident at Asylum Down. She enjoys her daily morning walks, and this bridge is a necessary evil that aids her to cross the gap over this huge storm drain. Hear her worst fears.
It's scary because the bridge is virtually caving in, and I use it almost every other day when I'm going for my morning walks. Each time I get on it, I sort of get the shivers because just this morning I used it, and when I got on it, it just occurred to me that what if it should cave in?
Is the National Disaster Management Organization, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, and the folks in charge of drains waiting for a disaster to happen before they rush to wallow in pity parties, grab photo opportunities to make speeches, distribute relief items and compensation, and just go back to sleep again? These helpless people are not asking for a gold-plated bridge. They are demanding safety and care to keep them outside the domain of fear. For workers like Agnes, who commute from one side to the other, the disheartening state of affairs, characterized by the foundation of the pillars that have been washed away, paints a scary, near-gory picture in her subconscious mind.
Anytime I walk on this bridge, I don't feel safe because I feel anything can happen at any time. Looking at the way this is very risky. It's very risky, and I think the government should, or whoever is responsible for this, should really take a second look at this. Because trust me, the number of people who use this bridge, I don't know, but I think the government should do something about it.
Let this sink in for a few minutes, and then you can ask along with us in unison, who will fix this mess?
And so those are the frustrations of the people here at Asylum Down. This bridge plays a major role in their lives. How it's been left to deteriorate onto this point and how the cracks are widening by the day continues to baffle my mind. But for us at Community Connect, we are concerned about the safety of the people here at Asylum Down. And look around. All the squalor, the dirt, the stench in its totality is so baffling. Who will fix this mess? For Community Connect, this is Johnnie Hughes, Asylum Down, Accra. And that's the troubles out there at Asylum Down. Next week, we'll share with you Mr. Kisia. Shook hands with him. You saw him. He walked up to us to tell us how the bridge and the gutter have cost him all his life's earnings, and dearly so. Next week, we'll share that story with you.